What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, I came through the legendary McGregor Park just to get a little of this beautiful, beautiful day. As y'all can see, man, it's a beautiful day outside today. The skies are blue. The temperature is great. Gotta come outside just to absorb some sunlight. I want to talk to y'all today about just nutrition and keeping your building your body up, building your immunity up as best that you can. At a time like this, where this coronavirus is really having a big effect on a lot of people, um, people getting really sick, people dying, even the people that are getting sick and recovering, um, they're going through it. They went through a lot just to get to the point where they have recovered, and even the after effects are still taking a toll on them as they try to improve and get better. Um, One of the new narratives is how the coronavirus is affecting the black community and the poorer communities. And a lot of black people, we didn't like to hear that because we had to vet it to try to make sure that they were not trying to bolster up those numbers to contribute to their bigger purpose, which we know part of the purpose is to get those vaccines popping and basically force vaccination on everybody. And so when we first hear the numbers about, well, there's a lot of black people, a lot of black people, a lot of black people, the first thing we're going to think is, okay, well, there's something to that. But the fact of the matter is, there are black people dying and getting sick from the coronavirus at disproportionate rates. And part of that is because of diet and nutrition, or lack of nutrition and poor diet. We suffer from diabetes. We have a lot of bad habits, which everybody does, but I'm speaking for black folks in general right now, and things that we need to fix within ourselves: high blood pressure, hypertension, and of course this virus, from what we're being um, taught about it and told about it and learning about it, it's obviously going to be, as anything would, more effective against people with weakened immune system, or more compromised immune systems. So that's why it's important to do your best to eat right, get a little exercise, get a little sunshine in your life. There are foods that you can eat that contain certain vitamins that sunlight helps to activate, you know. And when you eat oranges and apples and good fruit, if you can find some good organic fruit, and I know what you're thinking, you're like, man, they tamper with everything, man. You can't trust the fruits and the vegetables, and yeah, that's true. That's true, man. It's hard, but you got to do the best you can, and to eat right and get some exercise and lay off of a lot of the foods that contribute to the conditions that we suffer from. Um, a lot of the meats, especially the pork and the chicken and the cows and things of that nature, um, and a lot of the bad habits, the cigarette smoking and the alcohol and things of that nature that we tend to participate in. And I ain't look, don't get your big brother wrong. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just putting the information out there. I'm not disrespecting you or judging you for whatever habits that you may have, because we all got bad habits, you know, and we all do things that are outside the lines of good health, and just it's degrees to it. Some of us are a little more out there than others. Some of us, but regardless of what level you're on, or if you feel like, well, I don't do this, I don't do that, you can't be um, self-righteous and big-headed because of things you don't do, and then your first course of action is to try to condemn everybody who does the things that you don't do, but you're not offering a solution to them. Think about that. Be wise of people who do that. Be wise of people who condemn, 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 but they never tell you what you should be doing. That's not. They don't have a regard for you. You know, they have a self hate and disappointment within themselves that only causes them to condemn you, to judge you. So we got to try to help each other, and that's all I'll say about that. We got to try to help each other, and learn and find ways to make each other better. You know, if mama's sick, if mama's suffering from this, or daddy's suffering from this, or you or your friend or your cousin, whoever it is, search for ways and find ways, and good foods that they can eat, and things that will improve and work against whatever conditions they're suffering from. You know, it's things out there. I wish I had my book. We have a book called How to Eat to Live, and that book was written by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And in that book, it's a cool little motorcycle thing just passed by. In that book, it talks about the foods that are good for the body and the foods that are bad for the body. And it talks about the best times of the day to eat that are conducive to the body. And it talks about how many times you should and should not eat in a particular day. We've been told by Western philosophy that you should eat 3 times a day, and that's just absolutely not healthy. It's just not true. It's one of those things that people that we've all been had that implanted in our head for all our lives, but eating that many times a day puts too much weight and pressure on your stomach. It overworks your stomach. It overworks your digestive system, and it creates more sickness, because we just got through saying in this day and time it's hard to find good clean food, which means that the majority of the food that we eat is going to be toxic, and mixed in with the fact that the majority of the food that we eat is junk food. We love sweets, we love pig and alcohol, we love candy, and all those types of foods that are not healthy for the body, and we eat them in such abundance with such consistency that the body literally is working 24/7 to try to rid itself of the toxins and of the chemicals and of the bad ingredients that are housed within the food that we eat. So that's a book I would advise you guys to get, is How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. If you follow it just a little bit, it'll change. It'll change your health and with the quickness. And so those are some of the things we got to be focused on moving forward, is building up immunity, building up resistance. And people will say, well, that don't guarantee nothing. And it may not, but it gives you a better chance. It's like working out. If you are someone who runs every day, someone who jogs every day, and just that's your workout, and you build up your wind, you build up your strength in your legs, you build up your speed. If you coming home one day and some people start chasing you, it ain't guaranteed that you gonna outrun them or get away, but it gives you a better chance to get away. You understand what I'm saying? So let's use this time to build up our immunity, our body, and try to get better foods in our system. Fruits and vegetables. Um, let's learn how to properly prepare our food. And everything I say, notice I'm saying let's, because I'm including myself in everything I'm talking about. Let's learn how to properly prepare our food, because sometimes we make the mistake of thinking because we're eating um, a particular food, a vegetable, or fruit, or whatever it may be, that is automatically that we're automatically getting the nutrients from that. When in reality, sometimes you can take a good food, and if you don't know how to cook it, if you don't know how to prepare it, what temperature, how long, then you can destroy the nutrients in it. You know, we may have vegetables and we put them in the microwave oven, defeating the purpose. So what I'm saying is that there's a science to your diet. There's a science to your food, to your cooking, because science itself was implemented in the very nature of the food by God Himself. That's why certain foods serve certain purposes. They have certain functions. There are things that the bell pepper can do, the red one can do, the yellow one can do, the green one can do. There are things that squash can do. There are things that the navy bean can do. There's certain fruits that have properties that serve certain purposes that are beneficial to the body. And the body knows exactly how to handle itself if given the proper tools. And even when it's not given the proper tools, the body is still doing its job to combat all of the garbage that we put in it. But in doing so, we wearing our bodies down. So just think about that for a second, man, and y'all take care of yourselves during this time. But you can come out and get your little sun like this on a day like this. This is a day, man, where you know I don't really hoop outside as much as I used to, but I'll be real tempted to hoop outside on a normal, if this was a normal day, but it's still good to come out and hang around out here and just absorb some of this sun and let the sun activate some of the vitamins that are in the food that we eat. So that's all I wanted to say, man. Immunity, building up your immunity the best you can is a plus moving forward, because we don't know what's coming down the pipe. You know, this coronavirus is here, and as it passes through, and it's like a hurricane. You know, that's the best analogy I could give. Picture this particular coronavirus as a hurricane, but a hurricane comes through, does its damage, leaves an aftermath. There may be loss of life, loss of property, rebuilding processes, things that you have to do to get back on feet. But this one may have only been category 1, category 2. The next one could be category 3, 4, possibly 5. So we should use this as a lesson, because if a category 4 or 5 pandemic strikes, we got to be as ready and prepared as we can be. So that's my little game for the day. Y'all take care of yourselves, man. Continue to be smart, continue to be wise for you and your family. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And see y'all when I see y'all, man. Peace.